What's going on, everybody? Mike coming in from Moore, Oklahoma, and I am here to talk to you about this little thing that I do that here soon I hope won't be so little. I actually want it to consume most of my time instead of just doing it part-time. So what I'm talking about is my business, all right? So a lot of y'all know that I am in the Army and I'm an Army recruiter and I run a recruiting station. I've done that for about 6 years, all right? About 2.5 years ago, I was having some issues in the Army, all right? I'm gonna be transparent. I was overweight by Army standards, and my company commander, who is a captain, told me that I needed to do something in order to be able to stay in the United States Army, all right? So I've done diets before, I've done running, I've done all kinds of different things, and it works for a little bit and you get to a certain point and then it just stops. All right, I was looking for something that was long-term, that was easy to use, and that would help me in multiple ways, all right? So I reached out to, actually a friend reached out to me and told me about ketones, all right? And he told me what they could do. I did some research, just like every other person. Google is one of my best friends, even in the Army side. It is one of my best friends because I know for a fact that these kids and these young adults that I talk to on a daily basis are gonna go Google what I say anyway. So I pull up Google and I Google it for them just to show them that I'm not lying. So I started taking ketones about 2 years ago, okay? I met my goal weight, I kept it off, I've been keeping it off, and I've had spectacular results in the gym, all right? So just so you guys know, ketones help you with better mood, better focus, better energy, better sleep, better skin, better muscle preservation, and better fat loss, all right? The fat loss was the one that I was really looking forward to, but I got almost every other one of them because it is a alternate fuel for your body, and your brain actually wants to have ketones. So that's the reason why I was drinking them. Well, I was drinking them and I was drinking them and I was drinking them, and people were always asking me, hey Mike, what's in your shaker bottle? Because I would always have this with me, or I would always have a different one with me. And I would tell them, and then they would be interested in it, and then I would send them my friend's way. And then, you know, they would get on ketones too. Well, later, he told me that I could actually earn some money. And I was actually looking to earn some money because Michael does band, and band isn't cheap, all right? One, you have to, you know, get the trumpet. I was trying to think of the other word. Get the trumpet cleaned. You have to maintain it. I'm looking at upgrading him to another one. I also, you know, want to pay for band camp, and band camp is pretty expensive. I also want to pay for him to go on his band trips that they do, because last year they went to Disney World and they actually marched in one of their parades, and he had to miss out on it because, to be perfectly honest, I didn't have the money at the time. But now that I started this business, which I started back in April, we're actually able to do more things. We travel to and from Texas and around Oklahoma more. We're trying to plan a couple trips. That way we can, you know, enjoy Michael and I time more than we have had because, you know, of money issues and everything else. So what I love here lately is that I've been, you know, helping people find their better the last couple months. And one of the great things that I love doing is I love getting those text messages about, hey, you know, I had this flavor today. It was so yummy. I actually have a friend that was like, what is in your cup? Which they did to me too. So they told them, and then guess what? That friend hops in my inbox and starts talking about it, and then I have to go back to my customer and I say, all right, I need to help you out. We need to log in your back office, and I need to show you something. So we changed her code, and then we sent it to her, and guess what? Now she has a friend that's doing this journey with her. So not only did, you know, I help her, now she's helping a friend, and now her friend's gonna help a friend and everything else, and it's like a ripple effect. When you throw a stone in the water, the ripple just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you just move on to other people. So I'm looking for more team members. Okay, I'm not looking for people to sell anything. I don't want you to have to sell. We have systems in place. We have trainings that we do. We have one big training that is usually around 400 plus people every single Wednesday, all right? Every Wednesday. Even though Christmas was on a Wednesday, we actually moved it one day and we had it on a Thursday, okay? So training happens all the time. We have famous people. We have 6, 7, 8-figure earners come on there and train us on how to do what we do and how to become successful. And if you just take one thing that they tell you and you implement it instead of just, oh, that's so cool, and write it down, and then you don't use it, then you're gonna lose it, just like in any other skill that you have, right? So I'm trying to find more people. Also, I have this amazing event that is coming up in April. It's called Empire U3. I'm actually one of the head of the departments that's helping plan this event, and I want to have more people come to that event, and I want people to be able to experience how this has changed people's lives. And this event, one of the great things I love about it is it's not like my mentor parading around people that have done super awesome and that are lucky and like are just, talking about themselves. No, they're sharing their stories. And that's what I really want. I want somebody that's going to come on and shares their story and is a storyteller, because they talk to other people and they find out what that person did and they find out what their story is or why they needed it. Because there's some people that are on our team that only needed $76. That way they could keep their lights on. I'm grateful to have my lights on. I'm grateful that the Army is giving me enough money to pay for my house, to pay for my bills, and that I don't really have to come out of pocket for anything else. The only thing I come out of pocket for is internet, but the internet helps me, run a business, so kind of have to have it. So I'm looking for storytellers. I get it all the time when I start talking to people. Well, I don't want to sell anything. Well, I don't want you to sell it. Like, I want you to tell your story on how it has helped you or how it has helped somebody else that you know, because we have a group of over 200,000 people that you can gather stories from. That's what I want. So if you want to learn how to run your own business, how to be successful, how you can make 2020 in the next decade your legacy, then I need you to jump in my inbox or message opportunity in the comments, all right? I know I'm a little late in getting on this live. We had some training and then I had to get on a FaceTime and do a little bit of planning for the event that is coming up. So I apologize for being a little late. I usually try to get on here around 8 o'clock. So if you set a timer, I'm usually gonna be going live around 8 o'clock most days. Sometimes it might be a little earlier, especially if I'm cooking. I think I'm trying to do my keto kitchens around 6 o'clock. That way I can eat, because most of my recipes take anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes or an hour. And I like to eat around 7 o'clock. So I don't have anything else for y'all. Drop opportunity in the comments if you want information on how you can run a business that has all the systems and a bunch of mentors that you can get one-on-one coaching calls with and everything else. So without any further ado, I'm gonna hop off. I got a couple things I gotta do before I go to bed, but I wanna say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're tuning in from, and I will check you tomorrow when I hop back on here, all right? Bye!